An advocacy movement in Trinidad and Tobago born out of the uncomfortably frequent occurrence of kidnappings and murders of young local women is petitioning Parliament to make legislative changes to help keep women safe. The Candlelight movement is calling for women to be allowed to carry and use non-lethal defensive weapons. Their petition has managed to garner almost 130,000 signatures and on Tuesday was presented to the staff of the Parliament's mailroom by a procession of over a dozen people. One member of that procession was Randolph Barat, father of the late Andrea Barat, a court clerk who was earlier this year kidnapped in a taxi and subsequently murdered.
I'm here in support of the Candlelight movement. Full support of this movement because of what transpired in this country. It's time people stand up. It's time people. We need to, how to put it, we need security for women. We need all this hatred for women. We need to stop. There's too much of people dying in this country. Too much of things going haywire. I am here to support them 100%.
Other notable signatures on the petition include that of Pauline Lumfai, mother of Sean Luke, a 6-year-old boy who was abducted, sodomized, and murdered by 2 teenagers in 2006. Philip Edward Alexander, the former politician at the helm of the Candlelight movement, spoke to local publication Newsday about his hopes that the issue would be tabled in Parliament, quote, sooner rather than later. Apart from permission to use non-lethal defensive weapons, the group is also lobbying for new regulations in the private hire taxi industry that would mandate proper registration and monitoring of those engaged in the service. Other demands include a fast-tracking mechanism to allow more women to obtain firearm licenses and the establishment of a commission of inquiry into the criminal justice system. At least some of those proposed changes were welcomed and encouraged by former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith, who, in the genesis of discussions on the matter, called for more women to apply for more firearm licenses and for the legislature to take into account gender disparity in the issuance of such licenses. The country has already made some legislative changes in response to advocacy from women's groups. In June of this year, the country's Firearms Act was amended to create a framework for the application for and approval of licenses to carry pepper spray.